Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, opinions, and feels on The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan, the third book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. I have book talks for the first two books, so if you want to know my thoughts on The Lightning Thief or The Sea of Monsters, I will leave links down below to those videos. I have to say that this might be my second favorite within this series so far. I think that The Lightning Thief is definitely my favorite right now. So far, none of the books have beaten the first book for me, but I did really enjoy The Titan's Curse. I enjoyed it more so than I did The Sea of Monsters, which is a really good thing because The Sea of Monsters so far is my least favorite within the series. I really enjoyed how kind of larger than life this book felt. That feeling definitely reminded me of the first book. We also get a lot of great new characters in The Titan's Curse, and that kind of changed up the normal dynamic that we see between the characters. I don't really want to say who the new characters are because it's kind of spoilery a little bit, but I loved all the cast additions within this book. The one negative thing that I do have to say about this book is that it took me quite a while to really get deep into it and to really start enjoying it. With the first two books, I had no problem just getting in there, getting into it, and enjoying my time reading it, but this one definitely took some time for me. That's all I can really say without spoiling this book. I know that that's not much to go off of. I just find it so difficult to give non-spoilery thoughts when I get deeper into a series. So if you have not read The Titan's Curse yet, I'm now going to be jumping into a spoilery section, so you're going to want to go read that book and then come back and join me for the discussion. If you have read The Titan's Curse, then let's discuss! Let's talk Titan's Curse. Let's talk about the Titan's Curse. Let's talk about the Titan's Curse. Yeah. Actually, first up, let's talk about my shirt. How cool is this? Demigod in training, Camp Half-Blood. The first thing that I want to talk about is the one thing in this book that I really didn't like that much, and that was the fact that Annabeth was taken in this book. I really missed having Annabeth in this story. I adore the dynamic between Percy, Annabeth, and Grover, and to not really have that in this book kind of threw me off a little bit. And I just assumed that going into this series that we'd follow the Golden Trio all the way through. Well, I was naive to think that because Bay Annabeth got taken away. And it threw everything off for me. Why'd you have to take her away? Out of all the characters we've got, you took the one that I didn't want you to take away. They should have taken Mr. D because he annoyed the living daylights out of me. Even though towards the end he did kind of redeem himself a little bit when he takes on the Manticore and his gang. But even with that, he was a jerky turkey. I love that scene when Percy realized that Mr. D was calling him by the name Percy Jackson. Mr. D, I said. He raised his eyebrows. You called me by my right name, I said. You called me Percy Jackson. I most certainly did not, Peter Johnson. Now off with you. Of course he goes right back to being a scumbag. Anyway, I'm just glad we got Annabeth back because I was kind of concerned towards the end of the book that we weren't going to get her back within the Titan's Curse. I thought it was going to take possibly another book to get her back, and I was not about that life. We get quite a few new characters within this book, and I really enjoyed a majority of them. The first one I want to talk about is Apollo because he just added so much humor to the story, and I loved having him in this book. Wow, Apollo is hot. Duh, he's the sun god. That's not what I meant. I just couldn't get over his haikus. They were so hilarious. Green grass breaks through snow. Artemis pleads for my help. I am so cool. He grinned at us, waiting for applause. That last line was only 4 syllables, Artemis said. Apollo frowned. Was it? Yes. What about I am so big-headed? God bless. He reminded me so much of Ethan from Lizzie McGuire, which if you don't know what Lizzie McGuire is, that means I'm really old and you're really young. But it was a show in the early 2000s that played on the Disney Channel, and there was this guy on there that all the girls loved solely because of his looks, but in reality, he was a straight-up Dumbo. We also have these other new characters, Bianca and Niko, and they're a brother-sister duo. And I don't know if anybody else was skeptical of Bianca at all, but there's one point in the story where they're taking on the skeleton-like creature, and she's just like out of nowhere slaying it. And I was just so confused. Does this mean that she had like training in the past? Because to me it felt like she didn't really have that much experience, but then we have that scene and she's just like slaying it, and I'm just like, I'm not so sure about you. And I was also just so surprised by how easily she decided to join the hunt. She's just like, later bro, I'm joining the hunt. It's like she didn't even put any thought behind it and just went with it. Then we have the junkyard scene with Bianca, and she takes something when she's told over and over that you don't need to take anything. It'll just cause chaos. And that's exactly what happened. They had to take on this crazy giant. I was not expecting for Bianca to stay back and for her to be the one that was lost in the land without rain. And I felt so sad, and not even for Bianca, mostly for Niko, especially because Percy promised him that everything would be okay with his sister and that he would protect his sister. And I felt so bad when Percy came back back to camp and he took Niko and they went and had the talk about how his sister had to stay back in the junkyard. And I just felt so bad because he became so furious and just upset. But then we have this crazy big reveal and I'm just like, what? What is happening? No way. And we find out that Niko is the son of Hades. Mind is blown, mind is blown, mind is blown. I'm just wondering if Bianca will be lost forever, or if eventually they'll find her, or will she find her way out of the junkyard, or is that just impossible? I don't know. I feel like maybe there's hope that they will find Bianca again. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. We also meet Zoe in this book, which I'll admit, at first, I didn't really like her, honestly. She kind of drove me nuts. She seems at first like this overall snarky and heartless character, but as I kept reading, she completely counteracted that thought. And you see that she's got a lot of heart, and she's completely loyal. And I was so heartbroken when she died. It was so sad. I was just like, are you kidding me? I just started to like this character, and now you're just gonna rip her away from me? How dare you, Uncle Rick? But that scene of her in the stars was just so beautiful. Oh, it was so beautiful. I applaud you, Uncle Rick, because you gave me feelings that I didn't realize I had. I want to talk about the hunt a little bit because that was kind of a big aspect within this story. The whole concept behind the hunt is kind of crazy to me, and just the fact that these kids are given these opportunities at such a young age and they have to decide if they want to join them or not. It's just so crazy to me. Like, I feel like there should be an age limit. Like, they should have to be at least like 18? 18, is that too old? Or like 16? I don't know. It's just the fact that these kids have to face these big life-changing commitments at such a young age. It just doesn't seem right to me. It was really interesting to learn that Annabeth was considering joining the hunt. We see that she had a brochure for it, which doesn't mean that she was really considering joining, but I mean, why would she have the brochure? Why wouldn't she get rid of it? It just doesn't seem like something she would do or something that she would want to be a part of, but I guess you just never know. Now I just want to talk about some of my favorite moments throughout this book because there were so many moments that just had me dying laughing. I love the scene that we got when they're at the dam. Let us find the damn snack bar, Zoe said. We should eat while we can. Grover cracked a smile. The damn snack bar? Zoe blinked. Yes, what is funny? Nothing, Grover said, trying to keep a straight face. I could use some damn french fries. Even Talia smiled at that, and I need to use the damn restroom. Leave it to Grover to take it to the next level. Speaking of Grover, we also have this like crazy skeleton breakout fight scene like right after that scene. And what's Grover's best idea to defend himself? A full-on burrito food fight. Burritos flying everywhere! I mean, I commend him because it worked, but out of all the things that you could have used to defend yourself, burritos? Burritos? I loved seeing the Olympian party. There ain't no party like an Olympian party. It makes me really wish that I could attend an Olympian party, but I'm also scared of all the gods. Like, they're all really intimidating, so I don't think that that would be a good thing for me. Towards the beginning of this book, we have this like creeper scene with Grover, which I really didn't like seeing the creeper side of Grover. Not a good look for you, Grover, not a good look. But he's like creeping on the hunt girls, I believe. But I literally lost it when Chiron walks out and he's got his tail and curlers. I'm just like, what? That's amazing. Definitely wasn't expecting that, but I love that little detail. So those are all my thoughts, opinions, and feels on The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. You guys should let me know down below all your thoughts, all your feels. What was your favorite moment? Who was your favorite new character? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye. Choo. I will leave a little bit of Grover. Hello, it's me.